Good morning and welcome to my first podcast. Still kind of playing around with the name a bit. I have a couple ideas, but I don't think that really matters at this point. So, just gonna be kind of doing an off-scripted show, 5-minute show, as many times a week as I can. What the hell? So, I'm here in my undisclosed northern Michigan bunker, and it is a brisk 10 degrees outside right now. So I'm having my coffee. I'm using my Hawaiian coffee cup that was my brother's. So we'll talk more about my brother in another show. But anyway. So I want to talk about names, right? My name is Cindy. Okay, my name is Cindy. And to be honest with you, I never really was a fan of my name. You know what I mean? Like as a kid, I think most girls anyway go through that. They just don't like their names. My hands are super dry, as you can imagine. This fucking weather. So I never liked my name anyway. My name is Cynthia. Cynthia. But I've never got my Cynthia. I don't even remember my mother ever calling me Cynthia. But Cindy. And, I will tell you a cute story. So I'm Catholic, right? So, I was baptized Catholic and all that shit. So, and my mom said when she went to the priest to tell him what my name was going to be, he was like, he did not approve. And he said, that's not a good Catholic name. My mom, being the outspoken feminist that she was, said, well, fuck you, I don't care what you think, I'm gonna name my baby Cynthia. And she did, and then she gave me her name as a middle name. So Jane is my middle name, Cynthia Jane. It's got a nice ring to it. Whatever. The name Cindy, though. Cindy, I've always been called Cindy. Cindy is kind of a funny name. It had its moments, I think, like maybe in the 50s, and then it had a reprieve again in the 60s. I think when people think of Cindy's, they think of a cheerleader, or kind of a girl, which I never was, of course, that kind of a girl. But luckily in my day, I'm an 80s girl, so, Cindy Crawford, of course, made a big splash for us Cindy's out there. And around the same time, of course, there was Cyndi Lauper. And I worked in an office one time with a bunch of women. Talk about a hen house. Anyway, and for whatever reason, they called me Cyndi Lauper. Every time they said, Cyndi Lauper, Cyndi Lauper, oh. I hated it, because I was never really a big fan of Cyndi Lauper, honestly. But anyway, so that was kind of annoying. And I did work in another office one time where there were 2 other Cindys when I came on board. So they were like, you can't be Cindy. And I'm like, well, that's my name. What am I supposed to be? So they said, well, you're going to be CJ now. So, you're my 2 initials. And I'm like, okay. Okay, I've never worked in a job where they changed my name, but whatever. I didn't work there very long. Those doctors were real jerks. Let's just say those doctors contributed significantly to my lack of trust in the medical industry. So anyway, back to my name. And of course, the other famous Cindys out there, and there aren't many. There isn't even a song about a Cindy, which kind of bums me out. Not even in one stinking Beatles song did they use my name, and that kind of bums me out, but whatever. So, but there was Cindy Brady, of course, and that was kind of in my era too, Cindy Brady. And the other one, of course, is Cindy Lou Who, Cindy Lou Who. I remember one time I thought I was going to try and not spell my name the traditional way, C-I-N-D-Y, that I spell it. That was in about 5th grade, and so I decided I was going to spell it Cindy, C-I-N-D-E, and I could never remember to spell it that way. I would always forget and spell it the way I always had my whole life. So there's that. So that's it. So I thought about changing my name. Do I want to change my name? Do I have a handle? Do I want to be like one of these people who make up names now for themselves? But I'm like, no. You know what? I'm just gonna be me, because this is what this show is gonna be about, is me being me. And sometimes you'll think I'm funny, sometimes you'll think I'm a bitch, sometimes you'll think I'm annoying as hell. Most times you'll probably think I'm annoying as hell. And sometimes you'll just wish you could reach through the screen and punch me in the face, and then other times you'll just go, oh my God, she makes so much sense. Anyway, so that's what, what I'm doing here, and they're just gonna be short little shows, and I know everybody thinks like, I have something to say, but I have something to say, and so I'm gonna say it. And if anybody's listening, great. If not, that's okay too. So I'm gonna go about my day here in northern Michigan, and I will see you all tomorrow.